What if I told you the division we're seeing right now isn't actually the enemy at work? What if it's Jesus? Okay, I know that sounds a little bit uncomfortable, but let me explain. Jesus literally says in Luke and in Matthew, "Do you think that I came to bring peace on earth? No. Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household." As you take up your cross and follow him, your values change, your morals change, your priorities change, your goals change. You don't fit the same way you used to. And Jesus actually calls us to something higher than comfort and tranquility in this life. So naturally, conflict and disagreement will arise between those who choose to follow him and those who don't. And on the other hand, we also have Jesus talking about something called the wheat and the tares. That's also in Matthew and Luke. And he explains that believers and unbelievers are going to live side by side in this world, just like the wheat and the weeds growing right in the same field. And God actually allows the weeds to remain for a season, because if you pull them too early, you end up damaging the surrounding wheat. So there's patience in God's timing. There's mercy in the delay. But Jesus then also tells us something very clear, that the harvest is coming and that there will be a separation. At harvest time, the weeds are gathered and removed and the wheat is brought into the barn. In other words, God's harvest of all people is coming. And our role isn't to police everyone else. Our role is to make sure our own faith is real, that it's rooted, that it's sincere, that it's not borrowed, that it's not cultural, that it's not lukewarm. And I've been saying this since 2016. We've been watching layer after layer after layer of separation, almost like multiple harvests. Every year there's another sorting. Every year there's another refining, exposing, another revealing of what's real and what's not. And that's why nothing unifies people anymore. Think about it. Something catastrophic used to bring people together, and now it just It polarizes us harder every single time. And this isn't red versus blue. It's not Republicans versus Democrat. It is discernment versus deception, wheat versus tares. You either see it or you don't. And now you're watching it spill straight into the church. The Christian church is more divided than I have ever seen it. And that should really sober us all. And please understand, I am not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to wake you up. It might be time to get back to the Word, back to God, back to real discernment, because Jesus didn't promise comfort. He promised truth. And the truth hurts, and it tends to divide. So one way you can guard your heart in this season is this. Don't get pulled into every single polarizing moment. See it, pray about it, ask God for wisdom, and then keep pouring into your family, into your home, into your community. That's what you can control. And the more you get sucked into every outrage cycle, the easier it is to drift. The easier it is to become lukewarm. The easier it is to end up on the wrong side of what God is doing. This is a season for roots, not for chaos and noise. And one of the best ways you can do that is by actually studying the Word. And then, of course, learning how to apply it in your real life and building strong spiritual anchors that hold when things get really shaky. And I've got a ton of free tools that can help you do exactly that. I have months and months of Bible studies on different topics, free work guides, and a brand new podcast called Bible Case Files, where we uncover biblical stories in a true crime style format. It's so fun. And you can get plugged into it all really easily. Just comment the word roots, ROOTS, below, and I will send you everything that you need to get plugged in. Now is not the time to shrink back. Now is not the time to sit back and say, well, look what's happening. Oh well. Now is the time to dig deep and get yourself rooted. So again, comment the word roots, ROOTS. I will send you to your inbox immediately how you can get plugged into all these wonderful tools. I want nothing more for you than to have freedom in Jesus. I want nothing more for you to have freedom from the chaos and the polarizing world that we live in right now. And there is freedom. There is hope. It's right here. Come on. Let's do this together. Also, go touch grass. Eat an apple. Ground yourself. See ya.